Hello, people! La la la. I'm gonna be scrapbooking in just a minute here. I think I'm ready. I don't know if I can't tell if somebody's in there or not. So I'm just saying hello in the chat. I know you can't see me. Hello! Dead air, people, dead air. Hold on. Hello. There we go. Hello. I am Katie Scott, and I scrapbook. And I turn on the video camera and you can watch me. It's not always exciting, so, but sometimes I'm chatty. I don't know if I'm going to be or not tonight. We'll see. Okay, so the thing that I've been working on is just to do something and just go with it, right? So just like pick one piece of inspiration from in my scrapbook room, like not to go to a challenge or outside of my little world here. And although I don't have anything, I love challenges. Although on the Color Combos Galore blog, I put some of my ideas about how to scrapbook like on the fly, kind of like what I do in my own creative process, and there's a little hoopla. So sorry about that. I love your site. I didn't mean to say break the rules. I mean, I did mean to say that, but not entirely well received. So sorry. Okay, I'm gonna make something now. Let's see what we're gonna do. Okay, this is one thing that's weird that I like to do. Right? Like little bits and pieces of like real stuff. Like a bag. Just like, I don't know. I like to use bits of real things from real life. Don't get me wrong, I like the scrapbooking stuff too. I just think it's fun to like use actual like stuff. So there's a little bag that my daughter got when she tagged along with me to a class that I went to very recently, and I thought the bag was kind of pretty. So I was like, you know, it has a little pattern on it. I liked it. So let's see what we can do with that. Can you see my table? I stand over here? Okay. Yeah, I have a beer tonight. I like to drink the chill. Ta-da. It's not cold enough anymore though. It's been open for too long. I'm gonna go put it in the fridge. So yesterday I made a page about our trip to the Space Coast, and I was joking about how my husband loves to watch like the NASA channel. So guess what he's doing right now? Enthralled. They're like taking out space trash, and he's like seriously interested. Awesome. Yeah. That's it. I like how these colors are working together. And it kind of matches this side. This is a piece of Studio Calico paper from 2009 called Home Front Conversation Piece. So that's kind of working. I also have, let's go with this kind of color scheme. Got some blues and oranges, which was, by the way, kind of the theme of that Color Combos Galore challenge that I got into. I don't think I got into trouble, but some were not amused. Sorry. I didn't mean to Didn't mean to stir up anything. I mean, not that I'm opposed to stirring things up, but that wasn't my intention with that. Okay. So I have some stuff I think that I could probably use. Right? And now I need... So I've started products first. Or colors first. And now I need to like think of like, well, what story do I want to tell? I don't know. Sometimes I get in here and it's like my mind is blank. Let's look through a book. Let's look through another. It's kind of groovy too. I like all these colors. I don't know if you got too much light so you can't see. Let's try this light. I don't know if that's better or not. Okay, so I need some pictures. And this is from also Studio Calico 2010 Anthology. I like that a lot. Alright, so this is reminding me of being at the hospital, which is where we got this. We didn't go because we were at the hospital. And then this paper, but we were at the hospital, which is where we got this. I was with my daughter when I got it. And these chairs are reminding me of my grandparents. And I named my daughter after my grandparents. They were named Alan and Grace. So I named her Allison Grace. I almost named her Alan. But then I thought that would be like, she'd have to explain that for the rest of her life, which could get annoying. So I might go with that theme. I might. And so maybe Alan and Grace. If this will spell it out, I might do that. Hello, I have a viewer. Or two viewers. Hello, I'm scrapbooking tonight. I don't think the lights are helping you, are they? I'm going to try to make a page with this stuff. And so I'm kind of just talking out my... Sorry, I dropped it. Talking out my ideas here. Okay, yes. So I think what I would like to do is maybe have a picture on here with the chair. I need like a kind of a blankish background. I don't want to move that camera because every time I move it, it turns off. So I know the angle isn't perfect. Some journaling spots from crepe paper. You know, I always think I'm going to love these and I don't always end up using them. But I'm looking right now for kind of a neutral background. And I'm kind of thinking I want it to be a little retro-ish. Like maybe a damask. Yeah. But it would be kind of more awesome if it was a... You can't really see that. Yeah, you can a little bit. Can you see it? It's just blue. It's nice sturdy card stock. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but that's all right. I guess that stands out enough. Okay. So I kind of want to, thinking of how I'm going to set the page up. Like whether I'm going to put a picture on top of this, where I'm going to put the letters, maybe up here. I think I like this, but I need also another kind of something to set it off, I think. Like, so that's the same kind of damask-y thing, which is how my grandparents used to have their wallpapers. So everything was wallpapered. That sort of works. And I saw there was a blog recently where the girl had like, I don't know what she did, and I didn't read it very carefully. But she like layers a bunch of different papers and then like curls up the edges and rips it and did it with the sewing machine. Let's do some sewing machine stuff tonight. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I guess if I have my choice between beer and seltzer, I pick seltzer. We watched The Bachelor tonight. It's such junk. It's just complete trash. But somehow we have to watch. I don't know why. It's like about the only TV show that my husband and I actually watch together. And we just like the entire time we're like, I can't believe we're watching this. This is like the most stupidest show ever. And we watch it and we talk about how stupid it is. Makes no sense. There's very little that we like together though, like as far as TV shows go. He, as I said, he's watching the NASA channel as we speak. He's like, it gets a little interesting if you fast forward it. He like tries to tell me how it's actually real. Like it's better than reality TV because it's real. It's real. It's like not exceptionally interesting, but yeah, it is real. That's cool. Yeah, and that, I can't remember where I saw it, but she had it all kind of like ripped and frayed, and I'm not sure I'm going to go there, but she was like doing all this kind of stuff. Not like super technique-y, but I'll do a little bit of that. Just one edge. I won't go for all 4 edges. She had like all 4 edges and layers and layers and layers, which is cool, but I don't usually, I don't know, I don't like to get that in depth with it. So, little sewing machine. Kind of good. Can you see that? Okay. Might do like that. I think I might put like a strip down the side, something to kind of anchor it. It feels like it needs something dark, like grounding, like dark brown, maybe like that. Yep. And I can't really see. I always think to myself, like, these are the lamest videos ever. Sorry. Sometimes I just do them so it's on. And then I must do something because it's on. Does that make sense? Yesterday I was saying how I would love to have that Google Plus, because then you can like have a little conversation. Although I do enjoy the monologue. Just randomly going on about nothing. Yeah. Now it needs a little bit more. How about that? One more little bordery thing, I think. Yep. So far I have this, I know the lighting is really horrible here. You can't see it. It's like brown, aqua, and olive green. God, the light's really bad. Sorry. But I really love those colors together. And then with some red and orange. Yeah, those are my colors, I think. I've learned what my colors are. I used to think my colors were different, happy colors. But by using Pinterest, you can like, you know, if you know what Pinterest is. If you're watching a scrapbooking show, you probably know what Pinterest is. But I've been able to like look at that and think like, oh, okay, I know what colors I really actually dig. Like I thought I liked, I don't know, like hot pink, and turns out maybe in small doses, but like my more major colors, like here I wear hot pink, but like in scrapbooking, it's not necessarily the same. I wear hot pink in warm colors because I think I look better in them. But I really love greens, and I don't especially look good when I wear green, but I love it. So it just doesn't match my skin tone very well. So I've just learned over the years not to wear it. But it's probably like one of the colors I really love. And so I use a lot of green in my scrapbooking. It's actually like, I would say, sometimes I say green is my favorite color. Not always. Depends on when you ask. A lot of different favorite colors. But like Pinterest has helped me figure out what my favorite colors, I guess, to look at, not to wear, are. Because like as far as wearing, you know, it's like red, and I'm sure it goes along with that. Remember Color Me Beautiful? Whatever. If you're a summer or an autumn, or they don't talk about that stuff anymore, do they? And I don't know which I am, but I know I look good in red and royal blue, and salmon is probably I would say my best color to wear. So I have lots of like pink and oranges. I wear lots of that, but not so much the blues and greens, which I love. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. So now I'm gonna do some stitching. Okay, yeah, it just doesn't look even to me. It's because maybe it's not. That could be why. So I just stuck that down with a little bit of like tape, so I can pull it up and move stuff around a little bit here. I'm not so sure this piece is actually even. It doesn't seem even. Maybe I'll just set that up slightly different. Well, probably, you know, because I cut it with scissors. I didn't put it through I didn't use any kind of cutter. So it was just hand cut. I think I can fix this though, so it looks a little bit more even. Not that I'm hyper concerned with that, but just I wasn't trying to have it off kilter. It was supposed to be straight. So I haven't really been following the CHA things too much. I mean, I haven't really been looking at my Google Reader lately. But I think CHA is on right now up in Chicago. And that's where they do all the new fancy dancy scrapbooking things. I went to the CHA and it was in Orlando a couple years ago. It was fun to see how that runs, you know. It's super interesting. Alright. I think I know what to do now. I'm going to do a zigzag stitch. Number 4. To thread my needle here. Is anybody, I have the chat open. If you're out there, like, say hi and tell me who you are, and we can chat. I thought I had this all hooked up right, but it wasn't. And tell me what you're up to. Are you making scrapbooks? Or what do you usually tune into Ustream for? And what other things do you like to tune into while you're doing your paper crafting or whatever else you're doing? Oh, how do you do this? For goodness sakes, here it is. You're going to bed? Are you going to bed?
Yes. Are you recording?
Yes.
How interesting.
I know. I don't know who's watching either.
Oh,
here we go.
You think,
there's Pug Hugger is watching.
And you think space?
And he's like, and you think watching people, astronauts in space is boring. Like, that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna go kiss my husband. Is nap in bed?
I don't know.
Okay. Love you. Yeah, he may have a point there. But I don't think this is boring. I don't know. Although I don't really watch a lot of Ustream. Although I like to do Ustream videos because it makes me do something. I like to watch if it's like talk heavy. I don't really like to watch. I just like to look up occasionally and see what the person's doing. But I don't tune in to like watch someone do a whole project. I just want to hear some kind of chatter while I'm working. He has a point though. This could be more boring than taking out trash in space. Nice. Hello? Is he still up? He's not supposed to be still up. You're still up.
I'm trying to get him to go to bed.
Okay. Give me hugs. I know, isn't that awesome? I love it. Okay, I love watching. Let's see what you're watching. I love watching Molly the Owl. She can be boring. I like 2-page layouts best. You know, I like 2-page layouts too, and I don't do enough of them. I don't know who Molly the Owl is. Is it like a kid's show, maybe? I'm guessing, I don't know. Or is it like actually an owl? I don't know what Molly the Owl is. Here I am so far. Oh, it's an owl box? Is it like a live webcam on an owl? My kids watch. My daughter is in a my kids are in a Montessori program, and in my daughter's class they watch like this eagle with the hatchlings, and she comes home and tells me what they were up to every day. It's like the mama came back with something and she spit it out of her beak and fed it to the babies. It's awesome. Okay, so with this page I'm trying to like evoke kind of what my grandparents' house sort of looked like with lots of different patterns. And for, like my memories are specifically from the 70s. So there's I know it's hard to see, but I will post the. It's an owl box. Yeah, my dad was really into owls. He I think we had some boxes that I don't know if they were for owls though. I think they were for bats. Like my dad was kind of like a environmentalist before his time, and probably without knowing it, probably just from being cheap. But he had we had a bat box, and I always tried to convince him to like put the bat symbol on it, but he wouldn't go for that. But I think they eat bugs or something. He thought they were good because they ate bugs. It was like a natural insect repellent. He also had a bunch of land where he would it's just like the woods, and he made some of it into some farm land, but some of it was most of it was just woods, like 1,000 acres or something, and he had owls out there, and I don't know if he helped those owls with their homes or they just were naturally out there. I bet you though he did something to facilitate the owls. Okay. So I'm doing the zigzag stitches here, but I don't think I want to do the zigzag around here. Oh cool. Where do you live? I'm talking about when I grew up with my dad in Maine. But I live here in Florida now. But I'm all nostalgic for New England this summer. I want to get up there before the summer's over, and I'm not sure. I don't know. I have to look at the airline prices and see if I can swing it. Like money-wise and time-wise. Michigan, okay, I think Michigan and Maine are a lot the same. Are you like upstate Michigan, or? I know a lot of nice people from Michigan, by the way. I think Michigan and Maine are similar. Oh, cool. So she says the pages that you're working on, Windjammer trip off the coast of Maine. Do you have a blog? Are you going to post them on your blog? Plus, where did you go out of? I grew up in Calais and Bangor, and then used to spend a lot of time in Bar Harbor in the summers. Here's where I am so far. Rockland. Okay. Yeah, that's like closer to Portland, I think. It was like further north. I think that's probably pretty good. I think I might sew this thing on there, though. I don't know. Now I'm not quite so sure I want to use it. That was like my inspiration for the page. Does that ever happen to you? Oh yeah, Bar Harbor. That's where I want to go this summer. I just have a huge desire to go there. I want to bring my son and show him all about up there. I don't know. Okay, so this way? You tell me. This way? Or like this way? Not that way. I think this way. Yeah. Okay, good. I agree. Are you scrapbooking? Are you doing, you said you do 2-page layouts? Are you doing anything tonight? Let's see. Just gonna use a regular spatula. So are you near Chicago? So we're like you could go to CHA? Yes, but I am tired not fishing nets sprayed with glimmer mist. I haven't done the glimmer mist. I hear a lot about it, but I don't think I have any. Let me see. One thing about the sewing machine is it doesn't like to hold the thread on. Disastrous crafting. Hello, disastrous crafting. What are you making tonight? Are you working on anything? I'm seeing if I have glimmer mist. I don't think I do. I have like flocking, which I have no idea how to use that. I've got dimensional fabric paint. I have tons of paint. And I've looked at the glimmer mist and in my local scrapbook store over the weekend, and it was funny because like if you shook it up, it looked like a totally different color than if it was all just settled. I do have this, which is like a paint. It's got a little sparkle to it. Specialty glaze. But I'm wondering like, what is glimmer mist made out of? And couldn't you just like put some, like couldn't you just, if you were so inclined and crafty enough, couldn't you just like put some of this in whatever like the mist was made of? Or is that crazy? I don't know a lot about glimmer mist. Plus, I guess I'm impatient and I don't like things to wait for things to... Oh, okay. It's alcohol ink with perfect pearls. Cards. Okay, Disastrous Crafting is working on cards. You need to stream after and work on a altered mini dresser. Cool. Water and metallic paint. Huh. Do you use like a dryer when you're using that stuff so you can keep on working, or do you just have to wait for it to dry? Because, you know, I did get some alcohol ink, so I wonder, can you mix like alcohol ink, water, and glitter? And would that make it? I guess that would be like, probably not work, right? Because I thought I had some. I seriously thought I had some alcohol inks. I don't know where they are. It was the funniest thing. I was in the craft store. There's a bunch of like glitter. The glitter would plug the mister. Yeah, I bet you it would. Although this looks really fine. I don't know. But anyways, this little lady was in there, and she was older. And in St. Pete, you know, where I live, there's a lot of older little ladies, and she convinced me to buy the alcohol inks, but I haven't done anything with those either. I need to someday experiment. A lot of times when I'm in here, my kids come in, and I haven't been really brave enough to think about what kind of mess that's going to make. But they're in bed now, so I guess I could try it if I was seriously adventurous. Okay, there's my page so far. So I've basically like sewed everything down with red thread and I'm trying to use kind of colors that remind me of the 70s. Okay. And what I like to do when I scrapbook is I'll just come in here and I a lot of times don't have an idea when I start. I do like to just make it up as I go. So that's what I'm up to. She said the glitter would play. They are so great. Yes, I'm in Florida. Where are you, Disastrous Crafting? We've got Michigan and Florida here. I'm Florida. Okay. And so this was I want to take one of those chairs because it reminds me of the chairs that my grandparents used to sit in. And I don't know exactly how I want to pull that chair out. Saskatchewan. Okay, is that like Is that like Western Canada? I want to guess. If you have a Penzeys spice store, I don't know if we do. I like to cook, but I don't like to cook with a recipe, and which kind of goes with both scrapbooking and I don't like to scrapbook with a plan. But I really love spicy food, and my palate has gotten so warped that I can't really tell if something is spicy or not. So if I cook and add spices, it's like you can't eat it, or no one else except me can eat it. So I don't cook very often anymore. I used to cook before we had kids, and I'd leave the spices out and then add them to my own and not to my husband's, because I would like make him, he can't stand the spicy. But my children don't love very adventurous dishes, so I serve up a lot of macaroni and cheese and chicken nuggets and sandwiches and that sort of thing at this stage of my life. I don't know what I want to do here with how do you, okay, so how should tell me how I should get those chairs out. Just like cut around them, or use some type of what do you call these things? One of these things to get it out. What do you recommend? What should I do? I don't know what to do. I sort of want to have it on here, maybe, or up here. I'm not sure. Fussy cut. Is that like when you just hand cut it? Is that what that means? Yep, okay. I will do that. Okay, this one reminds me of them. I think that'll work. So is Saskatchewan in Western Canada? Was I right? Because I grew up in Maine, which is part of where I grew up was right on the border of like New Brunswick, and I used to take ice skating lessons in New Brunswick when I was a little girl. I miss it up there. I love living in Florida, and I've lived here for a long time now, since I graduated from high school. But there's parts of being up north that I do miss quite a bit. Central above North Dakota. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So, this is in Saskatchewan. Like, where do most of the people, like, where did they originally come from? Like, how did people originally get to that area? Like, just if you know. I'm kind of into genealogy, or like how people got places, I guess. think that's interesting anyways. And I don't know anything about that area or how people, German, okay. Or Ukrainian, wow. Yeah, we actually have like, I heard that in St. Petersburg, it's like I used to have a boyfriend that was Lithuanian, like a million years ago. And now he lives in Detroit, so there's your Michigan connection. But his family was Lithuanian, and he knew all the Lithuanians in this area, and because it's a seriously small world. But he said that St. Pete is like one of the biggest communities of Lithuanians in the United States, next to like Chicago, which I guess is also a big community of them. So we have a lot of Eastern Europeans here. Okay. So I think I might. Oh, I can't do that anymore. I was gonna sew that down, but it's not gonna. I'm not gonna fly because I've already got the. I already have the. I might just use this one instead. I was gonna use this one, little journaling block, and then put this on. I know you can't really see, but it's like you can sort of see that. So that's like choice 1. And then choice 2 is, I think this one might work better just because it's red. Even though, yeah, I think so. This is from Crepe Paper. I just bought it recently. But anyways, it's funny with the Lithuanian thing because he was my boyfriend in college, and so, you know, I graduated from college in 1992, I think. So there's another option. Or that one. Hold on, I'm going to do number 1, 2, 3. And tell me which one you like the best. I don't think I like that one, but we can try it anyways. That's a no. No. Okay. 1. 2. Or 3. 2. That's what I think too. Cool. 2 it is. Anyways, my little Lithuanian story is, so I had this boyfriend that was Lithuanian, but was from Detroit, and he was, well anyways, he did art. He drew pictures and paintings and things like that. And so he gave me some of his art, which was all, that was really great. But then we broke up and life goes on, and I met my husband and, lived happily ever after and everything else. But I just felt like I'm not going to hang my old boyfriend's art in my house because that would be weird. But I didn't feel right about getting rid of it or throwing it away. So I was said to my husband, I don't know. I just can't, I don't have any big sentimental feelings or anything. I just feel like it would be wrong to throw it away. And so it was sat in a closet, in the back of a closet for a long time, a bunch of his art. And one of the pieces of art was this huge charcoal drawing of this child with Disney arrows in front of Disney World, but it was kind of artsy and weird. Not weird, but it wasn't it was cool. And so my daughter ended up, when she was in like pre-K, had this little best friend. And the mom I knew was, not from here. She had an accent, but I didn't know where she was from. And one day she invited us over, and she was so sweet. And so we're over there for several hours, and finally I was like, well, where are you originally from? And she said, Lithuania. And I said, oh, I used to have a boyfriend from Lithuania, or he was Lithuanian. And she's like, well, who is it? I was like, I'm sure you wouldn't know him. She's like, who is it? And I was like, okay. And I told her his name. And she was best friends with his little brother's wife. And like her daughter, like they lived right near each other. I played with her all the time. And the little brother of my old boyfriend had a daughter who was like the same age as my daughter. And so I was like, I know what to do now. Like, here, I'm going to give you this art and you can give it to them. And so I gave the painting or the picture, and she brought it to the little brother and put it in his little girl's room, and they were so thrilled. So, isn't that weird? Like, seriously, small world. Yeah. I don't know what the title of this page is yet. And I also don't know what I want to slide in here yet. But it's going to have something in there. As add. What's as add? As add. I don't know what that is. There I am so far. As add. Oh, maybe there's an ad going. I betcha. Because Ustream does that, don't they? I think they do. Okay. I need pictures. I'm not sure what I want to use. I'm not sure what the subject of the page is yet. Sometimes I like to start the page and then figure out what the subject is. But I think I have my page kind of like the basics of it. We do have some kind of fancy dancy spice store downtown though. I don't know what it's called. One of my clients got me a big package, like gift package from it at the end of their case. And it was so good. It's like cinnamon and just really strong flavors. I don't know what to do. The subject here. Oh, I have some really old photos that I scanned in, like way old, but I don't really. It's like the other grandparents though. It wasn't the grandparents I had in mind. The colors kind of work though. But I don't know, I'm not really into I didn't have them in mind. I don't know. I don't think I'm into that tonight. Dun, dun. This picture's so funny. I'm gonna almost use this. There's my mother-in-law's like hair cutter thing. Here's her cutting my son's hair. It's like hooks up to a vacuum cleaner. It's really strange. Afterwards he was like, please glue my hair back on. I guess that's a possibility for a page here. I was kind of thinking I was going to make a girl page though. I don't have to. Oh, this is kind of good. Sort of, kind of. This is the, hey, That's the living room I had in mind, actually. Oh, I know what to do. Okay. So this is me and my sister playing Pong from like 1977. And I scanned that picture in, so it's like printed, recently, so I can cut that up and I don't feel bad about it. And there I am, like you can see that crazy wallpaper in the background. But I really like this. I especially like I'm kind of like I'm holding my mouth in a funny little way, and I know I have pictures of my kids playing video games. Yeah, we were totally playing Pong. And it looks like it might have been like we were also playing Barbies, because I can see all the Barbies all over the floor with the like canopy bed for the Barbie. Yep. That's going to be my picture. And I think if I cut it like this, it'll sort of look like a Polaroid. Ta-da. So, I don't know, it doesn't really, wish it were slightly smaller though. I have to change where this is. I might change where that little thing is and put this here, so that kind of like fits better maybe. That might move around a little. The tape is a little bit, it's sticking really well to that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to remove it effectively, but I really need to. Should we do that? It didn't work perfect, but I need to move it. I think I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Might go maybe possibly like that. I'm not sure where that's going to go now. That'd be funny. I just won't use that at all now. Maybe over here. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of moving around. Now I want to find one of my kids playing video games. I just trim that down a little bit more though. And I am going to use my cutter on that. So there's my little. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. So now I need my kids playing the video games, and believe me, that will not be hard to find. Or this was kind of cool. Except my son like never wears a shirt anymore, which drives me crazy because I don't really love to put the pictures in of him with no got fishing net on the pages along with the pictures. Cool. Oh, that's cool. I want to see that. The new Google Plus is like more than one person can be doing the video at once, so then we could be showing each other. But this is kind of cool because here they are like using my iPhone to play a game on the ride back. Isn't it really like from a trip? You kind of want to show the difference of like what we were playing with and what they play with now. But I think I'd rather have them also on a couch, not in a car, playing a video game. Probably not the iPhone. My kids are big fans of the Wii. Let's see if we can find it. I'm not sure it's going to be in this book. Looking. This is kind of funny though. This is at Epcot. They put you in a cartoon. You can't really see it, but they like put your heads on cartoon characters. This is weird. And the big ball. God's golf ball. That's what my kids call it. Come on. I can't believe I can't find a picture of my kids playing the Wii. Because that seems like what they do all the time. A lot of time. A lot of the time, that's what they're up to. Too weird. I know. I know they can't be far though. Hold on. So Monday is finished. Monday's always so funny because it's like you don't want the weekend to be over, and then I get back to work and I'm like, oh, I have so much stuff to do. I don't want to leave work at the end of the day. I just want to do whatever I'm doing for a long time. Man, this is like way harder than I thought. I do have my son playing like a computer game, but it's not like I could use it, but it's only him. I kind of want both of them in there. A zillion pictures of the kayak. Another iPhone photo, and this one. I think they're playing the Wii, but they're over at my sister-in-law's house. That might be kind of cute, maybe. Sorta, kinda. It's from Easter. And it's got my kids and their two cousins. And so the girls are in the back and the boys are in the front, and they're playing the Wii. I think that's sort of a possibility. I'm not like totally in love with that picture though. Which I guess I don't need to be, but and I sort of wanted it to just be my kids, not also cousins. But I guess it can be, it doesn't matter. If I don't find one soon, it's gonna be that one. One more little album here. One more little album. Not very little, is it? Let's see. Definitely need to make like a Lego mini book for my son. He's always playing Legos. Oh, and tonight he was like, Mom, he was looking at the Legos on the computer. Like, they now get onto the internet so they can like figure out what they want to buy. So I said, oh sure, you can play the Legos. I mean, you can buy the Legos, but you need to like do homework, because his teacher gave me homework. I might use this one because I was like sitting with him watching him play, and so the connection would be I'd be in both of them. I'll use that. So yeah, he cranked out like, I don't know, 10 pages double-sided of homework, like summer homework. Because I told him I'd give him 50 cents for every double-sided page, like 25 cents for each side, and he could buy some Legos with it. So he was like extremely motivated to do homework. So I guess I figured out how I can get him to do homework during the year. Just pay him. Which doesn't seem right, does it? Seems like you ought to just do it. But it's not that simple. Okay. This is my plan. In a little bit. thing that's bugging me is that the photos are like slightly too large the way that I want to do it. And it's so funny because I don't really want to. I guess I'm going to have to crop this old picture, which is okay because I scanned it in, but kind of what I like about it is it has all that like junk on the floor that we were playing with, and I don't really want to cut it off, but I think I'm going to. And then I'll just, it's okay because I have another one. But it kind of like tells the story a little bit. Maybe I'll just cut myself up a little over here. I just thought it was just like slightly smaller. Let's see. So we trimmed them just a little bit. And I guess it would be cool if they both look like Polaroids. I could kind of like fake it as a Polaroid on that one, but I don't know. I'm kind of not gonna because it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know. I might skip the Polaroid aspect of that. Because they're not both. And it wasn't. It was, I think it was actually like a slide. So, yeah. It's going to be like slightly easier to deal with. And now I just need to trim them to the same size. Or I'm still like slightly over it, so kind of frustrating. Ay. I just trim my ear off. Let's trim this a little bit more. Okay. That's the benefit of like scanning in your old photos. You don't have to like feel bad if you trim them. So where can I see your picture of the windjammer thing? Did you go on a cruise? Was it like more than one day, or did you sleep on those things? I never did that. Even though I lived in Maine, I didn't do that. You never do like all the touristy things in your own space. Oh, you know what's maybe kind of neat about this is I betcha he's 9 in this picture. I don't think I'm quite 9 in my picture. But I bet it was like 3rd grade-ish. Yeah, I think we were maybe, I'll guess that I was 3rd grade. So maybe I was 9. So that would have been like, what year would that be? Yes, and oh wow. So you did a week and then you in cramped quarters. 8. Yeah, I would have been 8 years old. I'm just thinking like what year that was. So there we are. It's kind of like turned into a video game, like then and now. So yeah, when I was in 3rd grade, I was born in 70, so it would have been like 78 when I was in 3rd grade, and he was in 3rd grade in like 2011, 2010 and 11. So write that down. Yeah, 2019. My kids think that's so ancient, like in 1970s. I bet that was about 77, 78. And maybe I'll just call it 77 and then 2011. That's kind of cute. Oh, who cares if it's accurate, right? But these letters, even though I really like them, I don't think they're going to accommodate. Unless I just do 77. But there's just 1 7 on that cute stuff. You have a daughter born in 71. I was born in 70, and my sister was born in 73. So you're probably about my mom's age. She is, I don't know how old she is now. I lost track. I think she's like 64 maybe, something like that. Let's see. Does American Crafts? Let's see if we have 2 7s. Oh shit, we don't. That's the why I like to buy more than one letter sticker sheet. Let's see. 77 to 2011. This stuff might work. Although I didn't really want to use that kind of a, I wanted more of a traditional kind of font, not a handwritten looking font. Let's see what else I can come up with here. Oh, this is when I start getting like, okay, page needs to get over with. We've spent enough time on this one. I think I want either red or light blue. Oh, it'll work. Oh, again, only 1 7. Maybe it should be 78. My first thought was right. 78 to 2011. So I'll just do that. 1978. Oh, you know what I might put in the envelope is, I might like print out a thing about Pong on the internet and then put that in there along with like maybe one of his flyers from Wii. So it would be like, you could pull it out and compare and contrast. Next layout is going to be my 2-year-old grandson making applesauce. Oh, with the cinnamon. Cool. Love cinnamon. You're 60. Okay, yeah. We just had my mother-in-law. My husband's older than I am, and he was the baby in his family. So my father-in-law is 90, and my mother-in-law just turned 87, and we had her, or she's gonna be 87 like on Wednesday, but we had the party for her here on Sunday. So we had people in our house. We had like 13 people, and they ranged in age from age 3 to 90. It was really cool. It's Friday night. So there's 1978 and 2011. Ta-da. From maybe like Pong to Wii, something like that. Maybe at the top. And then I'll write a little blurb and then put the things in there. And I will be done. Thank you. I really like scrapbooking when I don't have a plan, because I usually will come up with things that I just never thought of doing. Just if I just go along as, you know, I don't know. I might use those other letters up there though. Pong to Wii. I don't know if they're gonna fit up there. Might. They might be like too big though. I think they're too big. Oh, again. Might use these instead. Good. See if I have enough. 3. Yeah, that's gonna work. I don't know. I don't think I want that much heaviness up there. I think this is gonna work better. Oh. How long have you been scrapbooking? Well, earlier than 78, I would say. No, I've always been like making little books and stuff, and drawing and that sort of thing, and making, like, I used to make photo albums, like the, you know, non-archival with the magnetic pages, and I used to cut out magazine things and put them in there. And then I kind of discovered scrapbooking, like, in the modern way. My sister-in-law's stepdaughter, who's about my age, brought over, like, the Creative Memories thing, probably in, like, the late 90s. And, I think this is gonna fit. Yeah, I think it will. I remember thinking, like, wow, that's stupid. Like, who would ever, like, sit around, like, spending so much time doing that? Like, that seems really, like, expensive and time consuming. And I guess it was just maybe the style that she was really turned me off. But before you know it, I, like, started to notice all the scrapbooking things in Michael's and Joann's, and then I was there. So probably, like, I started scrapbooking like we do now, probably around like 98, 99, 2000, and then like really strong after my son was born in 2002. And I like to scrapbook every day. This is kind of like my little relaxation thing at the end of the day. I work full time outside of the home, and I have 2 little kids, and I have a busy. It's busy, like it's super busy all the time. But this is just like I love to. I don't know. I just love to scrapbook. It's just like a way for me to like do something a little bit fun and feel like I did something that's gonna last, you know, every day. So I don't do the Project 365, like where you take a picture every day, or like I don't really diary every day, but I like to make something every day. I wish I would do that Project 365, but I don't know, I could never get, I don't know, I just don't, somehow I just don't do it. I am planning to do that, like Project 365. Isn't that coming up like maybe next week on the Alia Works blog? I think I've done that in the past. So I added Pong and Wei, and it's like it's subtle. It's not very heavy. Ta-da! So I will. I'm gonna journal, and then I'm gonna put the stuff in there, and I'll take a picture of it and put it up on my blog, and I'll put a link in my little notes there. And so this was fun. And if you want to link to wherever you post your thing online, I'd love to see like the Windjammer thing. I'd like to do that too. Anyways, well, thank you. I had fun. I'm gonna say goodnight because it's late here. I don't know if you guys are a different time zone than me, but I'm tired now. Bye.